Coming up now, you guys know him. You've been asking for him. You always ask for these WNBA props, and we're going to talk WNBA. We're going to talk NBA drama because there's a ton of drama throughout the basketball world. And you guys know when you ask for guests to come back on, when you're hyped up about these guests that do come on and you want them back, we get you back. So here he is, my good friend, who I am so glad now is coming on the show again, Mr. Dream. What is up?
Hey Ariel, I am greatly honored to be back on this show. Love the work you're doing here. Hope all is well with you. Let's get to some money.
Before we get to some money, I want to talk about the NBA because there is some drama going on after the draft. Thoughts on players like Ace Bailey who don't want to go to teams getting drafted inside the top 5?
All right, everybody, take it easy on Ace, man. Take it easy on Ace. So I've been super busy today, handicapping, running errands, but I happened to see a video of the guy that's representing Ace, and I just think the guy's getting some bad advice. Yeah, his agent does not look like not don't want to say he's not the most knowledgeable guy, but maybe he's not doesn't have all his ducks in a row. Maybe his priorities aren't in the right place. So I think it's very strange for Ace, who's not even like now maybe he will be the best player in the draft. I doubt it. Maybe he will, but he's not like a a Zion Williamson or like a can't miss #1 overall prospect. For him to be acting this way is a little strange, but hopefully some vets or some people he respects. Like I know he likes Tracy McGrady a lot. Hopefully, like one of those guys gets in his ear and tell him, like, man, either drop that representation or start, speaking up a little more for yourself because this is not how you want to get started in the league. And unless you are awesome, they're gonna have him out the league in like 3-4 years just because of the way he's starting. So, obviously not smart. Hopefully, he's there for summer league because I think it's a real good fit in Utah.
I feel like we've got to be taking unders on his props from here on out. Like if you're not inspired to play for your team right off the bat, gotta fix you.
Yeah, well, he's definitely got to show us something before we're hammering those overs for sure.
Let's take a look at for tonight's slate in the WNBA. First off, do you even think that Caitlin Clark's playing tonight? Do we know?
No, I don't think. Now, I think she was officially ruled out. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she's officially been ruled out.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's not playing tonight.
So I guess then before we even get to all of these, how does that change the way that this Fever game is going, especially because it should have been Caitlin Clark versus Paige Beckers?
Oh, yeah, that would have been magical. That would have been great to bet on them. I definitely think Cece would have got out of her slump tonight against Paige. But yeah, now, a game that should have easily went over, or definitely would have looked to bet over, you got to look to take the unders. We've seen how Indiana struggles. I mean, they've been struggling with Caitlin Clark lately, but without her, nobody can get Aaliyah Boston the ball. And it's really about Kelsey Mitchell, boom or bust. I mean, I hate to look toward the under in a Dallas Wings game, but their defense has improved recently, and that's why I would have to look. I mean, yesterday, for instance, we had the Sparks and the in the Fever, and the Fever also on the back-to-back, but you had the Sparks and the Fever. That total got as high as 174.5. And then when the CC news came out that she wasn't playing, it got as low as I think 166, and that game flew way under the total. And that's again with a team like the Sparks who likes to push the pace and they don't play any defense. So similar to this Dallas game. So I will be looking toward the under, but more importantly, I would have to look at Dallas. I can't trust Indy. I really can't trust them. They're not playing well, and they're on a back-to-back. Dallas is sitting there waiting for them, and I would think that Paige Beckers in her first game against a Caitlin Clark-led team would not want to lose to that team without Caitlin Clark. So I would have to look toward Dallas and maybe a lean toward the under as well.
Yeah, I saw that line was Fever -5.5 pre-CC news. So that being 5.5 a few days ago is pretty crazy now that it's down to Fever -1.5 against the Dallas Wings tonight. You've got props, though. Good prop card for us. So let's talk Alyssa Thomas over rebounds plus assists. Why?
Yeah, so this is the best of both worlds. So Alyssa Thomas is the triple-double threat. Now, I think Caitlin Clark's getting there. But before CC, the triple-double threat in the W was Alyssa Thomas. She's just known as an all-around player, a PRA killer. She just played this Liberty team and had 7 assists and 15 rebounds. And the 7 assists, she had a bunch of potentials. The team was on a back to back, and their best scorers, Kalia Copper, didn't play that game, and Satu Sabli didn't shoot well that game. So a lot of meat left on the bone for her assists, and the 15 rebounds are there. Well, that's what she had, and I think she can get close. Maybe not 15, but all we need is 8, 9. And I think this will breeze past this line. If you look at the last 5 opponents that have played the Liberty, like lead ball handler types, all right. So you got Veronica Burton, for the Valkyrie with 10 assists. She's a point guard, and AT's a point forward. So Veronica Burton, 10 assists, 5 rebounds. Gabby Williams, point forward, point, small forward, shooting guard, whatever, but she tends to have the ball in her hands a lot if it's not Skylar Diggins. 10 rebounds, 6 assists. I already talked about Alyssa Thomas, and I'm sorry, Gabby Williams had 10 assists and 6 rebounds. I talked about Alyssa Thomas with 7 assists and 15 rebounds against this Liberty team 3 games ago. You had Ryan Howard, who's not necessarily a pass first guard, more of a shoot first guard, but she can stuff the stat sheet as well. She had 9 assists and 7 rebounds. And for some reason, I can't read my own writing. But somebody before that had 9 assists and 8 rebounds before that. I could go look really quickly, but that's besides the point. So it's a really good matchup. Also, I do like Phoenix to win this game. Alyssa Thomas they call her the engine. So she's the player that everything revolves around. Okay, so Phoenix, they've only lost 1 game this season with her on the floor. I think they've played 8 games. They've only lost 1 game this season. They've won 6 in a row with her, including just beating this Liberty team off of a back-to-back in New York. No Jonquel Jones tonight. No Leonie Fibich. New York is not the same defensive team without those 2 anchors. So, well, especially with Jonquel Jones being an anchor. So I think Alyssa Thomas is going to have free reign. I think Phoenix scores 80 plus points tonight. And I think that coincides with Alyssa Thomas flirting with a triple double. So definitely give me her rebounds and assists.
Yeah, it's the highest total on the board tonight at 168 on FanDuel. Everyone else 166, 150 range. So I think it's pretty telling that we should be looking at some overs tonight in that Liberty Mercury game. Lynx Dream. The Dream are getting 3.5 at home. You've got Britney Griner under 13.5 points plus rebounds. Why?
So, I was wondering. I tweeted a couple weeks ago, Britney Griner may be washed, and I don't like the cash dispersions. So I waited a little while, and my breaking
She's
point.
been in the league a long time. I covered her when I was just out of college in 2016.
Wow, yeah, she has. So yeah, she's definitely been in the league a really long time, a veteran. And I just got off my stream with my guy Stephen Flo Rival. Shout out to my guy Flo. And he was just saying he thinks she's battling a knee injury. She did miss some time earlier this season with a knee injury. And she's back and she does not look good. Her last 2 games, 18 and 18 minutes. And it's not like these games were blowouts where they couldn't use her. A combined 2 of 7 from the field. She's just not looking to be aggressive. You add that with the Lynx, who, when they're right, they're the best defensive team in the league. It's just going to be tough sledding for Britney Griner. Now, this is a really, really, really low line. It's actually even moved down to 12 and a
13.5
half.
PR is very low.
Very low. It's moved down. I just went back to check because if I'm giving you guys something, I want to make sure it still stands. It's down to 12 and a half. I'd still take it for a half a unit. This is just a play from a player that's just out there. She's just running around. She's not having much ran for her. And when the offense is ran for her, she's looking to pass out of it. She's not looking to shoot. So it's super low, but she's not looking to score. She is not a good rebounder for her size. You know, she has had a few good games with 5, 6 rebounds lately, and that's a good game for her rebounding. She's not a girl player that's going to go out and get you double-digit rebounds generally. So her low minutes, her possibly being injured, with the fact that she has not been playing well lately, added to that, you got the Lynx, who are a really good defensive team. You got Jessica Shepard, who's got size and can defend. You got Elena Smith, who's got size and can defend. And each of these girls, especially Elena, she's going to pull you from the lane. So Brittany Griner's not going to be down there banging against some post player able to just grab easy rebounds. She's going to have to guard Elena from the 3-point line, and she's probably not going to want to get out there. So Elena Smith could be a nice pivot as well for the Lynx. But yeah, less chances for rebounds. I don't think she's going to be aggressive on offense. So I know it's really tight. I know it's really low, but just trust me on it. Half a unit under Brittany Griner, her 12.5 points and rebounds right now.
I'm pretty shocked that this Lynx money line and a Storm first half money line parlay is only minus 127 because the Storm are laying 19.5 against the Connecticut Sun. So why such a drop off in the first half? Like, why the first half?
So this is honestly a Lynx play. MVP is coming back, Nafisha Collier, and she's going against an Atlanta team that is, I just think they're overrated. We bet them early in the season, and they were good to us. But what I've noticed is when they play competition, they tend to kind of falter when they play competition, except for Seattle. But aside from that, they falter when they play competition. I'm looking at a Lynx team who's probably the best team in the league, if not their second, behind the Liberty, getting their best player back. They've been playing well without their best player. They're a defensive-minded team who can play offense as well. So when I saw fee being ruled in and the line, which was Atlanta -2, be flipped to a Lynx -3.5, I wanted to find a way to be on the Lynx. I could have laid the 3.5, but I just thought it would be a little easier just to take the money line on ESPN Bet, which was a -170. It's also a -180 on FanDuel. Now, obviously, we're not laying -170 at all. So I'm looking to bring that juice down to something playable. What's something that I think is almost, there's no guarantees in this, but something that I love a lot, why wouldn't you, is the Seattle Storm tonight as a 20-point favorite going against one of the worst teams we've seen in the W in years. I don't know what's going on in Connecticut. No Mabry. It's just not a good thing. It's not a good thing right now in Connecticut. So this is one of the worst matchups that you can get if you're the Connecticut Storm team without a point guard. You got a rookie in Sonya Rivers, and you got Bria Hartley, who's happy to be back in the league, but she's not anybody that you want to trust running your team. The Storm are going to trap, they're going to run out, and this is going to get ugly really, really fast. With that being said, I just think the Storm can be winning at the end of the first half. I think the Storm are going to win this game by possibly 25, 30 points. I'm not going to bet that, but that's what I think can happen. So I felt the easiest way to bring this down was to take the Storm first half money line, which is like a -800. So obviously you don't want to bet that alone, but it's a pretty good juice reducer, parlay piece to put with another play that you really like. So that's how I got there with that.
Hey, I don't mind any kind of 2-leg parlay at -127. I love any kind of -120 teasers in the NFL. So that's what I do 2 legs on as well. I think that it's great value there for what you're getting at -127. What happened to these other parlays that you were doing? What was the whole thing you were doing with the parlays? Remember you came on the show last and you said like you bet these parlays and you try to win the $5 for
yeah. Okay.
what's happening?
Yeah. Oh, so bad. So we got to step 4, and we're going to complete this challenge. But yeah, so like the challenge, there's like a 10-day 10K challenge, which is like super popular on Twitter. A few people that I know have completed it, and I just don't have the patience for that. So I want to do a 5-day 5K challenge, so I can start off with like $20 and we do plus 200s. And if you do that 5 days in a row and you hit it, it'll get you to around $5,000, depending on if it's a plus 220s, plus 210s, whatever. So I think that was the only play I came on the first time that I missed, and we got hooked on somebody. Hurt us with that. It might have been Kayla with her rebounds. Kayla throwing rebounds. But yeah, I have not yet done it. I've not yet put it together yet because I'm still waiting on a little bit of news to drop it. I need to do a little more handicapping before these games start here in the next 2 hours. But yeah, you guys can follow me on Twitter, Mr. Dreamy1, the number 1. And every day we're at it, man, trying to do a challenge. Again, last week we got all the way to step 4, which was hitting 4 plus 200s in a row. And we lost there. So it was tough. But yeah, something I like to do to keep the engagement on the timeline. And my followers, they like doing it. And I wouldn't do it just to throw money away. Trust me. I feel confident that we can complete the challenge. So yeah, I love doing it. It's a little 5-day 5K challenge.
Make sure to follow him over at Mr. Dream One. That's the #1 on social media. He crushes it. I love having you on this show. We're going to have you on all summer long as you're willing to do it, because getting the W, some love is what we need here. And everyone here in the chat loves betting W props. Dream, thank you as always for coming on. Good luck with those bets tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me, Ariel. Appreciate the audience. And I just want to say, I'll be on for Summer League too. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We're going to
yeah.
Summer League.
That's where,
oh, yeah.
There's a lot of money to be made in Summer League, and we're going to be fading Ace Bailey.
Yeah, that's what made me think. Ace Bailey under. First Summer League game in Utah. Either under or he's maxing the latter. It's one of the two. It's one of the two.
Even if he's maxing, we're going under on the second game. Come on. Like, it's not going to be consistent at all. When does Summer League start again?
I think next Saturday.
So soon already.
I think next Saturday.
Ace Bailey's agent is going to be fired up in Vegas.
Yeah, they got to, I don't know, man. Come on, guy. They got to get him out of there. They got to get him. 7-7. So, yeah, that's 10 days. So, yeah, maybe next Saturday, next weekend. So, yeah.
So we're going to be talking Summer League. We're going to be talking WNBA. Who says that summer sucks for betting? It doesn't.
Nope.
It doesn't stop. Dream, thank you so much as always. And everyone go follow him at Mr. Dream One to see what he's going to do tonight for that special parlay. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks for having me.